Angela, you say that your man might have crossed the line. What line is that? And let's figure it out if this is shady or not.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angela.
Hello.
So, I'd love a second opinion on this. So I've been dating this guy for about a month, and so far he's been great. I haven't seen any red flags. But I'd like to know what you all think of this. A lot of my friends think it's weird that I'm annoyed about this, but it also weirded me out. About a week ago, I gave him my garage code to get into my house because I was there. But now he's let himself into my house when I wasn't there. So I had a bad cold, and, it's that time of year, and I was feeling awful. And Jason and I were texting, and he offered to go to the store for me and, bring me some soup. And it was very nice. And he said he'd walk my dog and all that. And he came to my place, and I just felt so awful that I said, hey, I'm going to give you my apartment key code, and so you can come in and I don't have to get up. But then a few days ago, I was at work, and when I came home, he had put flowers on my table, and the dishes in my sink had been washed. Those things are very sweet. I get that. I mean, it's thoughtful of him, but I don't like that he let himself into my house without telling me. And I gave him that code to use the time I was there. And now it feels like he's kind of sneaking in. And I just don't know how to feel about that. And I haven't said anything to him because I feel kind of guilty that I'm angry, and I don't know if I should be. So what do you all think? Is this sweet or shady?
What do you think, Abby?
Oh, I would change the apartment code ASAP Rocky. To me, after a month of dating, that's too soon to be breaking into my apartment without me knowing. Mm-hmm. And I think it comes from a good place. I don't think it's shady. I don't think he's doing anything sinister. But at the same time, you don't know this guy. I fully believe you don't really know a person until after that 90-day free trial period is up. So I would say, I would change the code. Mm-hmm. And if he says something to you and has a weird reaction, then that's when you need to clock it as shady.
I'm with you. I think it's completely shady. I mean, even if he did have good intentions, I think there should be something within you that knows that it's too soon for you to just welcome your way into somebody's home. Even if they did give you access, you should at least ask if there's something that you would want me to do for you before you just do that. That would be shady to me.
Yeah, timing is everything here. 4 weeks is too soon. If you guys were going out with each other for 6 months, I'd have a totally different take on it, but this is too soon.
Yeah, I think he was being sweet. That was obviously his intention to be sweet, but he was being unknowingly shady. That crosses a boundary. And I'm with Abby. If I were you, I'd immediately change the code. Wouldn't even tell him, because if he shows up again and tries to get in and he's like, your code isn't working, be like, why are you trying to get into my house when I'm not there? So I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't say anything because, like I said, I think his intention was to be sweet and kind. But I would go ahead and change the code. And then if he tries to do it again, be like, I'm just not comfortable with you coming over to my house unannounced and entering my home without my expressed permission.
Here's where I just differ from these guys is I think I would have the talk with them first. It's perfectly within your rights to say, you know what you did was really, really sweet, but we've only known each other for 4 weeks, so I'm just not comfortable with you coming into the house when I'm not there.
Look at you being mature.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not capable of it. but I think that's probably on paper the thing to do.
I would do that too.
I'm switching. I'm Team Bert. And I think you should do that because I think his reaction to that conversation will say everything.
Yeah.
I think if he reacts and he's like, I mean, if he does this overreaction and is hurt by you not wanting him to come into your home, I feel like that's a huge red flag. If he's like, oh, my bad, I didn't even think about it that way. Of course, I will respect your space. Then I think you got to keep her. So by having that conversation, I think it could be a real telltale sign of what kind of guy you're dealing with here.
Angela, have that talk with them and then hit us back and let us know how it goes. That reaction would be very, very interesting.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I like to be honest, and he is pretty sweet, so I figured I could be honest. My thought is, too, it's kind of great if he wants to get me flowers or do my dishes. I just kind of like to know first.
Sure.
Should I tell him, hey, if you're going to sneak in, send me a text first? Is that fair?
Just give me a heads up before you ever enter into my home. I mean, before you just be in my kitchen. That's all.
Right. All right,
and I'll start leaving you a list on the refrigerator of things you can do while you're there.
All right, follow up with us after you have that talk with them.
The Bert Show.